Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic. I'm back. And have you got yours yet? It's Wednesday. It is, of course, new comic book day. I've just been to my comic book store, picked up my stack on the pull list. There were two or three actually, new number ones came out that I noticed. One from Image called Beauty. Didn't grab me as I was flicking through it, didn't really recognise any of the names, so I didn't bother with it. And then there were a couple of IDW ones that I just feel IDW are always a little bit too pricey for what they seem to be. So that's why you very rarely see IDW titles on my pull list. However, I have this stack. Let's get on with it, and hopefully if you've not already been to your comic book store, it might give you some ideas of what to pick up when you do eventually get there. So we're going to kick off with the one DC I've got this week. It's Batman. Yes, we've got Snyder and Capullo continuing their long run on what really is the best Batman title. We are getting introduced, I believe, to a new villain for Commissioner Gordon Batman, Mr. Bloom. It'll be interesting to find out what his backstory and his involvement in Gotham is. On to Image. I've got three Image titles. John Keatage and Leila Del Duca. Shutter issue 14. This has kind of taken a turn of late with Kate, our main character, having had her memory wiped, I guess. Not sure exactly what she's been up to, but it's gradually coming back with the help of maybe yet another sibling. Yes, another one. It's okay at the moment. It's been better. Hopefully we'll get some kind of oomph to the book back. Finally, this seems to have taken its time to come out, but we've got ody-c. This is Matt Fraction and Christian Ward's kind of psychedelic sci-fi gender bending version of Homer's Odyssey, and there is certainly a huge amount of Greek tragedy going on in here. It's one of those books that I wonder how long it will actually last. I don't know. I'm never really interested in sales. I pick up what I want to and what I'm interested in, but I don't imagine it being a book that appeals to a wide audience as much as a lot of other Image titles do. And it would be a shame to see this go, and for Matt Fraction and Christian Ward not to go the distance with this, because it is a tale of epic proportions, and I would hope, and I have my fingers crossed, that these two will manage to finish this book off in the way that they want to. More sci-fi from Image is Descender issue number 6. I'm guessing this is going to be the last part of this first story arc. Very different looking sci-fi book. None of that kind of clean, sharp edges and, you know, bright kind of crystalline looking sci-fi, or it's not that kind of grim, grungy, post-apocalyptic. This is a very nice painted art style by Dustin Nguyen, and I love the look of this book. I love the feel of it. I'm really enjoying this story, and I just hope Jeff Lemire gets, again, it's one of those books that I don't know many people reading, but I hope it has that opportunity to continue and tell its whole story as Lemire wants to. That's all my Image books. The bulk of my pull list was Secret Wars, it was Battle World, and we're getting the 5th part in the 8-issue main event of Secret Wars. I've really been enjoying this from Marvel. It's been a long time since I've picked up an event book from Marvel. I've been really excited and waiting impatiently for the next issue to come along. So finally I have the next one. So those all important tie-ins to go with the Secret Wars main event. We have issue 4 of Inhumans, Attilian Rising. Love this underground resistance story against Doom, headed by Black Bolt himself. Really great artwork on here by Tim Zampogi. Just really fun Marvel adventure superhero stuff. Another kind of resistance movement, it's Masters of Kung Fu, issue number 4. I'm not quite sure, is this the final part? I believe it could well be. Looking at that last page, spoiling it for myself, but I think this is the last part. This was a surprise to me that I enjoyed it as much as I would have, but I've really enjoyed the story on this one. Finally, and rather annoyingly, and I'll explain why, Planet Hulk issue 4. This was a book that I had not put on my pull list but was picking up off the shelf, but my comic book guy only ordered in the first 2 issues for the shelf life, and if you wanted anything else past that, you had to order it. Unfortunately, didn't know that at the time, so he is getting me issue 3, but I have issue 4. Again, this is another one, a surprise one that I didn't think I'd like, but really did. Love the idea of all these kind of Hulk versions of animals and people, and having is it Steve Rogers and Devil Dinosaur in there teaming up with one of the Hulks. Real, again, fun. Real fun Marvel entertainment. And they are my books for this week. If you have already been and you've been rifling through your pull list, let me know what you picked up down below. Did you bother picking up any new number 1s? Did any of them appeal to you? I knew nothing about them, which is why I was kind of going, well, they're not leaping out at me, the pages aren't doing anything great for me, wasn't really familiar with many of the names, so it left them on the counter. So until next week, when I'll have another batch of new books, hopefully I'll have some other new content up soon. It's just finding the time at the moment, very busy with work, but I'll do my best. Until next week then, bye bye.